good shots that the Pacers got, shooting 54%. He said that is the reason that Latrell Sprewell really wasn't involved. He got no transition opportunities. They're going to try and get him involved with some more turnovers in the second half. As for Larry Bird, very unhappy with the turnovers, unhappy with the offensive rebounding. They were out-rebounded 11-3 on the offensive boards. And finally, spoke to Mark Jackson, and he said, as Marcus Camby comes in on a slam dunk, Mark Jackson said that they will not be looking specifically for Rick Smits here in the second half. They will only go to the guy who's open. Tom?
All right, Jim. Charlie Ward with a steal, and Camby, who starts the second half, gets the finish. It's Ward, Johnson, Thomas, Houston, and Camby for New York. Indiana has its familiar starting quintet in there, and here's Rick Smits. He got another one. He's still on fire. 17 for Rick Smits in the last 5 minutes.
If they don't come back to Rick Smits, something's really wrong over on that Pacer bench.
Is Mark Jackson thinking we're crazy? The hottest hand out on the floor belongs to Rick Smits.
They changed the plan.
Marcus Camby.
Camby up and under, 4 points to start the third quarter. Indiana has Jackson, Smits, Dale Davis, Chris Mullen, and Reggie Miller.
Tom, Marcus Camby's got 15 points in 14 minutes.
Charlie Ward should have given it up. They had a 3-on-2. It'll be Indiana's ball.
The problem was that Larry Johnson was out in front of the ball. When there's a 2-on-1, which is created by the defense of Larry Johnson, then Larry gets out in front of the ball, and there's no angle for Charlie Ward to pass that ball.
What about Camby, the trailer there?
Well, drop it behind your back, sure, but these quarterbacks, they don't know that.
Thinking back to that pass at the end of game 2, only a quarterback could have made that one. It was brilliant.
That was a great pass. These quarterbacks, they can't see behind them like basketball players can.
Jackson backing Ward down. Ward trying to stay in front of him. Jackson's little jump hook right under the rim. Couldn't hit it. Got his own rebound, and then Ward swiped it.
Terrific hands, Kurt Thomas.
Houston to Thomas. Missed the layup. Thomas again, blocked by Smits. Thomas a third time, lost it. Here's Jackson. He's got 3-on-2.
Was that Kurt Thomas or Charles Smith? Who could forget the Charles Smith self-check that kept the Knicks from beating the Chicago Bulls?
Now there's another foul against Kurt Thomas, and Jeff Van Gundy is saying, guys, we got to continue to get back defensively. Make sure you got some sort of pressure against Rick Smits, who is sizzling right now.
Kurt Thomas has 3 fouls, but Indiana has turned it over 3 times in their 5 possessions to start the third quarter. Davis, another turnover.
The quick hands.
Camby knocked it away. Allen Houston stumbled and still scored.
Now the defense of the New York Knicks has forced some breaking opportunities, and Allen Houston gets his first. So Van Gundy obviously lost his voice in that locker room, telling these guys they have to do a better job defensively.
Mark Jackson rattles it home. Jackson with a nice move to the hoop, and Indiana up again by 3.
There doesn't seem to be a game plan defensively for either squad as to how they're going to handle the pick and rolls.
Now here's the play. Marcus Camby against Chris Mullen, and he can get a shot anytime he wants. Again, he actually get a lot closer than that. He scored one earlier just by breaking down and making a quick move and got within 2 feet.
Camby getting the second half start in place of Chris Dudley. Got the shot, but couldn't hit it. And here's Mark Jackson, 2 in a row for Jackson. He's taken Charlie Ward right to the rim. And a 20-second timeout by the Knicks.
Van Gundy is just incredibly irate with Charlie Ward as to how he's defending that pick and roll.
Well, they're turning him into the middle, but watch where Kurt Thomas is. He just watches him come into the lane, and then's going to try to make a play right at the rim. It's too late. He needs to be up and making Mark Jackson turn the other way. Once you let a player get that deep, bad things happen, and Jackson has scored back-to-back hoops.
Remember, we talked about that Game 2 pass from the former Heisman winner, Charlie Ward. New York trailed by 2. 2 seconds left, no timeouts. Ward looked like the quarterback again as he connected to Patrick Ewing, who got off the jump shot but couldn't hit it. And the Pacers held on for that 2-point win to even the series.
Always tough when that last one doesn't go down, as Reggie Miller so aptly reminded Patrick Ewing in the post-game press conference of Game 2. in a very poignant moment.
That was nice. Charlie Ward looking inside. It's one of those UCLA moves.
Well, that's because UCLA usually wins.
Now they have Larry Johnson trying to get him started, but he's holding the ball, 8 on the shot clock.
Shot was there the whole time. He finally took it and buried it. 13 for LJ. New York back within 3. Miller threw it too high, but a push.
Terrific call. The ball was thrown up in the air for Dale Davis on the right side screen and roll. The hold in the low back kept him from elevating.
Kurt Thomas goes out of the game with 4 fouls, replaced by Chris Dudley.